Ladies and gentlemen, here we go! Back with another watch list, this time for the week ahead of June 30th. Any UFC fans would know that reference. Mike Goldberg, the former announcer at the UFC, with the famous "Here we go." So, how's everybody doing? Hope you all had a great weekend. Shorter week, I believe. July 4th, I think, is a holiday for you Americans. Let me just check it out. I know we've got Canada Day up here on July 1st. July 4th is one star. Closed early. Oh, so it's not a date. Each market will close early at 1 p.m. on Thursday, July 3rd. American market late trading session will close at 5 p.m. So Thursday, market closes at 5, which is normal, right? Yeah. Oh, no, that's Eastern. I was thinking 5 p.m. my time. That's 5 p.m. Eastern, and then 1 p.m. on the 4th. Huh. Okay. Not a day off completely. Or is it? Seems kind of weird. Don't they always book the July 4th? Yeah, so it is early close on the 3rd and then the holiday on the 4th. Yeah. That's what I thought. Early close on the 3rd, 1 p.m. Eastern close on the 3rd, and then the market's closed on the 4th. So with those early close days, it's usually like one name that gets going, everybody's attention, they start chasing it all. And the 4th with the holiday, so it's another short week. And then with my Canada Day up here, it's kind of an awkward week trading wise for me. So, anyways, enough of that chit chat. Gotta update my chart over here. It keeps deleting my moving averages. Here we go. Okay, so CoreWeave. This kind of looks similar to some of those charts when Kulamagi used to do his streams, and he'd pay like a bigger picture head and shoulders as like a possible swing trade. So if this starts to lose its like daily 20, which is right around 150, it probably gets hit pretty good. So far, prior resistance, prior support, and now acting as resistance again. So looks like it wants to start to roll over. Not that I'm chomping at the bit yet to trade. It's probably more of like a trade like this, like a trend fail, because then you get that 150 confluence and the higher low trend fail. Would probably be something I'd be more interested in, but we will see. CoreWeave there on Friday got absolutely smoked. Tried to bounce on Thursday. Was met with a small gap up and then completely unwound. So this daily is getting closer and closer into that breakout level that I was more interested in the bounce play. Would have been more ideal if it did this straight down and didn't have this little stutter step. But nonetheless, keeping it on radar. The setup is still intact, so we'll see how it reacts if or when it gets to those 160s, and still worth keeping on watch for me. Carmel, this one here is, it's setting up similar to like EYEN over here and LVWR Livewire over here, where you get that big move, little fake breakout, couple little inside days before retaking trend. EYEN, very similar, where this was a breakout day, and then it puts in one inside day before continuing higher. And it looks like Carmel's doing that same thing, where you get that big multi-day move straight up into that breakout level, which isn't usually a great sign when it goes straight from 2 to 4. That's not the best for a buying opportunity. But now we've got this inside day, so I'd like to see this one start to build back. If it can continue to hold 290s plus, I think could be a bigger picture idea. If you look at like EYEN right here, where it breaks, gives it a couple consolidation days before breaking out. Same thing over here, broke out inside day before re-breaking out. And you can look at LVWR, same kind of thing. It was on, what day was that, the 30th? Right here. So you had a big move straight up into the breakout level. This one here was 250 to 5. And then puts in a couple inside days before trending higher. So definitely is a possible swing trade idea. I want to see how it digests this straight up move. Ideally holds 290s plus and then get the re-breakout, and I'd look to join that for a swing trade. The 200 sitting, the 50 or the 200? Let me see here. Right around 460-ish. So it's definitely got room to run. Has a history of multi-day moves, so I think it could get going. VOR took a loss there for me on Friday, looking for that 1, 2, 3 day structure. Little gap up into prior day resistance. Looked like blow-off candle. Felt like enough bag holders stuck up here overhead on this small gap up. Was using this $1, $1.05-ish area. Was this high day that it set here in the morning, and looked weak enough, but came back and swiped me out. So not acting how I would have liked. So now the first red day hasn't gone red yet in 3 days, but now the way in which it's setting up with volume drying up, not really a stock I would have looked to short. So would just want to see it consolidate and maybe get a 120s break, but not really a short watch on my end at this point. CYN was that gap idea back up into prior day's resistance. Didn't think it would come, to be honest, and then coming into pre-market, getting that gap, using this little consolidation area here in the high 20s, and put out another offering on Friday. So we've got 2 in the pipeline, and did come back, squeeze out a few people before fizzling out right back near lows. So now we've got day 1 and day 2. I don't really have any patterns on this moving forward, so just let it be, let it be, let it be. Jeff, what's going on? Daria, happy Canada Day. Hope you're taking some time off to enjoy. Yeah, it's somewhat. Kind of a relaxing day on my end today. Just, I consider all of this sort of computer work fairly relaxing. Considering what I do from day to day. Working on the computer and clicking buttons isn't really hard work, so it feels relaxing anytime I'm sitting there on the computer, so can't complain. GNS continues higher, choppy, no daily chart patterns just yet. If it could consolidate for a few more days, could get another breakout, but we will see. CTOR, this one here was on the watch list. Someone had mentioned it. I can't remember who it was. But I basically said once it breaks and builds 240 or 340s, and you got that on Thursday, and then into Friday you get that gap up and speed up. No chance I'm making it into 6, but this gap up and straight up spike here into the 4s. Definitely the most predictable part of the move. Now I'd look for pops up into prior day's VWAP over under using this 480 to 5 range, and then possible sit back into the breakout level in the mid threes. So we'll look for pops to fail. Anyone who chased it this day is underwater now. So pops, prior days close, VWAP as a guide, and possible buck a share pull on that one. RCT, just a runner. Day one runner. So yeah, in terms of main watches into tomorrow, not a busy day, but keep a watch on Seator, Carmel, and then Circle. If it gaps down big enough, possible reversal, but would look for another red day before buying, but we will see. And then CoreWeave, possible fails under those 150s. Bigger picture idea. If you haven't seen the Sunday scan with Phil is an incredible trader, been around for like 20 years. And when he talks, I listen. He's smart dude, very nice, nice guy to meet in person out in Vegas. And he's got some good thoughts to share from plenty of experience. So check that one out. Let me just check out Nate's watch list. I haven't read it just yet. Let me see here. Can't believe EYEN is still holding up. That thing is continues to push and push and push. Yeah, Nate's got similar ideas there with Circle. If it doesn't have like that gap down and panic, then it's not really a long watch. Otherwise, flat opens and gap ups probably get sold, but I'm looking for that capitulation of the 160s. Yeah, not a ton of like high conviction ideas. And like Phil said on the watch list on Sunday Scan, that you don't need to be trading every day. One trade can make your week. Couple trades can make your month. Don't need to be trading every day as long as you're focused in the right areas. Typically, the trades day to day, they're not really needle movers anyways. So don't feel bad if you're searching a bit hard and don't find a ton of stuff on watch. But yeah, nothing that's like A plus for me tomorrow. But a few little ideas and wait for some more stuff to get moving. I'm gonna try to be a bit more patient. Last week put me into a bit of a drawdown. I had a couple red days back to back, and it wasn't super easy to build out of. So I'm gonna try and be a bit more selective, as pushing was working towards the end of May and beginning of June, and now obviously me pushing these day-to-day trades it's not working. Need to listen to listen to the P&L I'm showing at the end of the week. So yeah, we'll try to be a bit more selective. But that's all I got. Thanks to the few of you for tuning in. The rest of you, I will see you over at Investors Underground. Kind of an off week, but we'll try to get things going and see what we can do there. So take it easy, guys. Have a great rest of your Sunday, and I will catch you in the room.